this past week they just unveiled a few new Connect City jerseys for some of them. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and grade them. So, why don't we lead off with the Atlanta Braves?
Sorry, I had to pull that up.
All good.
Um,
It's not bad. It's kind of like a reverse of their white ones, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
If you want me to be honest, it's kind of just a wannabe St. Louis jersey, minus the bird on the letters.
mm,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
honestly, I can see what you're saying after like we did the uniforms and Peter had his Cardinals jersey on. It does look fairly similar
Now, are we
just
rating
in
these
some
like out of
aspects.
10 or how are we doing that,
It's a
gentlemen?
great. So like F is like trash. A is like it's great.
Okay.
Like
This is
amazing.
like, this is for me, this is like a C tier, maybe a D tier. It's just okay.
I would
Like
say
it's nothing.
I would say C. It's decent. It's not great.
Yeah, C tier. There's nothing like too particularly pointed out. Like I was kind of hoping a little more, I guess, pizzazz with it, but it's nothing crazy to brag home about. Next one, Cincinnati Reds.
All right.
No bias here, boys. No bias here. Be honest.
No, yeah, no, don't worry.
Shoot,
If
bias.
you want no
Crap.
bias, you're gonna get it right here because I'm gonna put it in B tier. I'm gonna lead with that, right? Because I do like it a lot. I love the pinstripe. I'm the red on red's pretty sick in my opinion. If this was a vest, this would have been S tier. We're not even doing S tier, and it would have been S tier, right?
Mhm.
But the sleeves, because they decided to make the sleeves darker, it just kind of looks incomplete now. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't look
Oh yeah, I'm
like,
noticing that.
yeah, like because for those that aren't aware, they like changed the sleeve color just like a little bit than like the main jersey, so it just kind of looks weird to be honest. So like for that reason, I'm putting it at B tier, but I do love it. I do like it more than the Atlanta Braves, so I think that is a valid take in my opinion.
For me, is probably going to come as a surprise. I'm going to give it a C tier. I'm personally, I'm personally not a whole huge fan of it, especially if I'm comparing it to their previous City Connect jersey, the black with the Cincy on it, rather than just the C there. I'm personally a bigger fan of that model than the new one that they came out with. I mean, obviously, the Reds are known for their flashy red color, but that alternate black one, there's just something special about that one so much. And seeing Cincy, it just gives off really like an elite vibe feeling to me for the Cincinnati Reds. So therefore, for me, it's a C tier.
Um, I'm gonna go with like a B minus for my grade. I think it's a definite improvement over the Cincy one because for me personally, I do not like black letters and black numbers on a black jersey because it's impossible to see what the heck's going on unless you're up close to it. Um, I think it's definitely an improvement over that, but I think it's like a C plus. It's decent, but it's not like man, like it's like I'd like pay $200 to get this jersey. I'm like no, like I probably wait for a discount.
That's a fair take.
Our next one is the Pittsburgh Pirates.
This is fire. This is a nice
This
one.
is fire. See, like this is an A tier jersey in my opinion. I also really like black jerseys already as is. It's like this is an A tier for me, easy. Like I love the patch on the arm as well. That's super sick. Like this is an easy A tier, in my opinion.
I'm with you guys. I really like this one. The letters, I don't know what it is, but there's the letters, they give off like a certain style that feels like kind of medieval with the way it's the font is for these letters. Looks really cool, and yeah, I'm a big fan of this, so I'm gonna give it an A as well.
I'm gonna give this an A plus. I think this is like easily like one of the best uniforms that we've seen for City Connects like in a long time. Bro, like I put it up there with almost like Southside Chicago. when the White Sox came out with that. Like it's,
That's
I
not a
love
terrible
this
take.
because like it's got the gold, like the yellowish like gold, that symbolizes like pirate stuff. They got the old school pirate logo on the shoulder from like the 2000s, with the swashbuckler on it, and the font is nice. And look in the picture that we have up is the Paul Skeens one. That like the points on like the numbers is like super super nice.
Yeah, very clean.
I really like that. Next up is the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. Again, I like a darker jersey like this. I really like the sleeves with that orange trim on the sleeves. And again, I love the patch too. I think the patch is super dope. This is probably like a B plus, maybe just like a flat B
Yeah,
potentially, in my opinion. Like
what
it's nothing special, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate this as a jersey.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are we looking at there on that patch? Is anybody able to
That's
tell
like
like
a
what we're looking
skeleton.
at?
It's kind of, I think, kind of like the movie Coco, like in the movie Coco, like the skeletons. Like I think it's supposed to be kind of
Oh
like
yeah, I
that.
see. Okay,
Celebrates the Day of
kind
the
of giving
Dead,
off.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like Day of the Dead vibes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I don't know like the whole story with Padres and how like maybe a Day of the Dead patch relates to them. So just going off of just looks
Yeah, I don't
alone,
know the background yet.
I'm gonna give it a B just off look alone.
I'm gonna give it
B
a B
tier.
too. I think it's a pretty nice jersey. It's very reminiscent of their white one, whereas it was like green and red. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but they went with a different direction. Again, I love the font on the front. I love the numbering, like the way that looks. But like, I think it's B. It's a solid one. It's not terrible.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to shout out our buddy Bryce Brown because I know we did our uniform draft a couple weeks ago, and I believe Aiden chose one of the Brewers ones, and it was a phenomenal jersey. And now going on to this City Connect jersey for the Brewers, like I feel like they're low key cooking with their jerseys right now. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. This is an interesting alternate jersey to me. Hear me out. I just love the Wisconsin font right there on the front. I think it's pretty cool. I I think the I don't know what the patch is going on over there, but I low key I kind of like it. It's an interesting alternate compared to what they normally wear. That's just me. I'm gonna give it a
I,
B.
I, I, I'm at a, I'm speechless. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna quote our good friend Stephen A. Smith and say, "Stay off the weed." Okay, let's dial that back. All right,
Stay
because
off the
this
Duh.
jersey is buns.
Really?
This jersey is.
What do you not like about it?
No, this jersey is buns. First of all, the patch sucks. All right. Second of all, the font's okay. All right. Well, they can have that, I suppose. We'll give them credit on the font. I don't know what's going on with like the rainbow colors on it. Like, and that's not like a political statement or anything. But like, I don't understand what's the point of it. Like, I don't get that. There's no point.
Yeah,
right?
the rainbow trim on the freaking letters and numbers. What's going on with that?
And then to counteract that, in our picture is the Yelich jersey. Why are the names in orange? What's the like? I don't know if there's a connection there, but like
you're in the state of Wisconsin. Do you remember the Brewers jerseys like back when like Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder played?
Yes,
those are great uniforms. Let's just do a rendition of what is this? This looks like a freaking Temu looking jersey if I've ever seen one in my entire life.
This jersey is buns. I'm giving this like a D minus. I won't put it in F just because.
I just want to point this out too. Wisconsin has had a history of bad City Connect jerseys. Like go to the NBA with their Bucks. Do you guys remember Cream City when the Bucks came out with that uniform?
Yes, I do remember Cream City.
Dude, I don't know why everyone that's an NBA fan's like that's like the hardest jersey to find.
Well,
But yeah, I'm gonna give this an F.
yeah.
This is a bad jersey. Like I just like the Brewers like cooked. Like their Brew Crew uniform from a few years ago was awesome. This one
Yeah.
is just like like you have a history with your organization since like the 2000s where you have a lot of cool designs. Like you went retro with the Milwaukee Brewers with like the glove mitt thing. You did Brew Crew, which was awesome. Your 2010s and 2000s uniforms were amazing because they had like the week that had Brewers on. Like there's so many cool things you could do with the state of Wisconsin and the city of Milwaukee, and you went with this. You
Yeah.
definitely were on something when like whoever did this, go back to graphic design school. This is terrible.
Agreed.
Well, my bad, Bryce. You got one fan of the jersey, but other than that, no one else.
Dude, does
So,
he even like
but
the jersey? I think we need to like look.
I guess
jersey.
I guess we'll have to
You
consult
live
him
with
on
the
that.
man,
But
grab him. You live with the man,
I
grab
guess
him and get.
I guess the Brewers love Timu jerseys. So
Yeah.
moving on. Let's see what we have next here.
Baltimore
This
Orioles.
is the Orioles.
This jersey's even
More.
worse, unironically. Actually, it's a little bit better because of the bird on it. Shout out to the Oriole. Other than that, it's garbage too. I don't
The
like
number
this.
5
Be
is
more,
bad.
but like be more
Yeah.
what? Like,
Dude, I will say this right now though, it is better than the previous City Connect jersey. Remember that black one that had like the black text on the front?
yes.
That was bad. That was like you
But
didn't even
like-
try. This one at least they
but like-
tried.
Well, whoever's trying for them needs to maybe stop trying. Okay. Let's stop cooking, all right? Let's not
stop cooking.
All right. This jersey sucks. I do like the patch actually with the baseball. It's kind of cool. I also like the Oriole on it, and the number font is pretty
Mhm.
cool. Other than that, buns. Why does it say "Be More" on the front? That looks ridiculous. This jersey's getting a D+ from me.
This is giving I'm gonna give it a D as well. This is not a good again, it's better than whatever the Brewers were cooking up because the
Agreed.
Brewers, I'm pretty sure they were just on something. At least this one, like they attempted to like go with the heritage of like Camden Yards a little bit in the history of the team, but like I give it a D. It's definitely better than the previous one with the black jersey that had like Baltimore on the front.
I think the best factor for this jersey is just the bird. Be More does definitely feel a little weird. I mean, if you're not a fan, I mean, you're probably looking at this and like, who is this for, and why are they called Be More? It doesn't really make sense. So I'm gonna give it a D as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that one's crazy. Okay. What we got next? We have the Texas Rangers.
I don't want to rant on this jersey again because I've done it 2 straight jerseys. This jersey's okay. It's the patch sucks, so that's not very cool, unfortunately. The trim work on the sleeves is kind of cool, I guess. I see what they were trying to do with the Texas on the front, and it's kind of, I don't know if that's supposed to be Spanish for Texas.
What in the world are they doing? Tejas?
It's Spanish. It's Spanish.
And
Spanish.
I know there are some other teams in the past that have done that with some of their City Connect jerseys, but like I feel like they could have gone another direction with, especially if they were gonna go Spanish. Add some more like I mean, why all red for that in this scenario? I don't know. Again, maybe I'm not aware. It's just okay. The pants are actually pretty sick. Not gonna lie, with that stripe down the side, that's pretty
yes,
dope.
I agree with that. That's actually dope.
That's actually really cool.
But again, it's just kind of middle of the pack. I'd give it like a C+.
I give it a C. It's a very average jersey.
And I mean the colors, I guess again, they kind of seem a little off for the Rangers going with this red. I'm just gonna give it a C. All right, and we have our last one. We are looking at the Royals.
I'm gonna let you guys
Now,
start this off because I want your
I was gonna
opinions on
say
this
I'll
before.
start this one off first, especially considered I've had a interesting track record of my gradings here. So, I mean, they're called the Royals, so I think this one probably has to be the best one out of all the ones we've done. This actually it makes sense for them. You know, you got the little crown on on the R right there, standing for the Royals. They got like a purplish, bluish color going on. Probably best represents like royalty when you're thinking of that. Um, I think it's kind of cool, but out of fear of having a crazy take here, I'm gonna give it an A.
Peter, do you want to go next? Do you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
These uniforms are buns. This is bad. Like the previous, the previous Kansas City Royal City Connect was a lot better. This one, like, I like white jerseys personally. I do. I get what they're trying to go for. Can we stop doing the multicolor patching stuff on a jersey? We just literally crucified the Brewers for doing that. Why are you doing that? And you're not even like adding a lot to it. It's just plain. You didn't even try to do that. Kansas City has a lot of history and a lot of heritage and history. This one's just like there's nothing to it. I think this is like a D plus because it's like I do like the design with the R and the crown, but like it's like a D plus at best. It's definitely better than Wisco. I will say it's better than that, but
I think so. I think I'm gonna surprise both of you here because these jerseys are gas. I love these jerseys.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm in the minority.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, look up the hats that go with this. They are super dope. I know I just crucified Wisconsin for the color scheme stuff with like but this just works. Like this makes sense. Like this actually works. I love the R with the crown. That's super dope. Again, the hat looks like a crown. Like this just works for me. Like I love this
Wait,
jersey.
I need this. Oh damn! I'm actually might have to change my grades by seeing the hat. Never mind. Oh
Like
no.
this is
Hey, if we can change
definitely.
grades, I might have to revoke my Milwaukee Brewers
Whoa,
grade.
whoa, whoa! Nah, you're locked in, buddy. No,
No, you're locked in on that.
Yeah,
That's you're
yeah,
locked in on that.
yeah, you're locked in on that. But I'm giving
Yeah.
this an A
All right.
plus. This is my favorite. Actually, it's my second favorite jersey behind the Pirates jersey. I'm gonna give it an A. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to, ladies and gentlemen, like I'm gonna have to remote mine because I'm gonna have to give it like a C plus. That's actually a really nice hat. I'm not gonna lie. Not a fan of the jersey still, but like the hat's actually pretty gas. I'm not gonna lie.
And if we're trying to be picky about the jersey a little bit, the only thing I'm not a fan of is the number kind of like in the bottom left corner on the front of the jersey. I thought that's a little
Oh, where it's like
looks a little
solid.
weird. Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to go for with
see,
having small number
I
there.
will say though, I think this says a lot on my opinion on this because I also picked the Arizona Diamondbacks with the purple sleeves as one of my favorite jerseys, like one of my top 5 jerseys. So I think that should give some type of indication on why I really like this jersey, you know what I'm saying? Because it's similar idea, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I love this. I think the trim work is sick. It's just yeah. But yeah, all in all, I mean, decently solid City Connect jersey drop there from all the teams that we went over there. I think you were saying, Peter, before the show, there are some more that should be coming, if I'm not mistaken.
There were some uniforms that were potentially being teased. I forget what teams they were, but there might be like 2, maybe 3 more coming out this year for baseball. But I'm not gonna lie, I have all these. That Pirates one is
Yeah. Yeah, but so
nice.
on
Well,
that note,
if the rumors are true, just be ready for another video where you can hear my abysmal uniform takes. That's all I'll
yeah,
say.
exactly.
Levi is a
but-
fan of Cream City Milwaukee Bucks uniforms, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
You heard it here first,
but-
folks.